Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. An Israeli official who spent close to 200 hours interrogating the now killed leader of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, says he was entirely dedicated to the destruction of Israel and the killing of Jews. This drone video shows the destruction of the residence Sinwar and several others were hiding in, found during a routine search for Hamas members in the southern city of Rafah. The man in the chair in the back left, Israel's most wanted. Yoav Gallant, the Israeli defense minister, announced the news of his death in a video message.
Well, this is not the end of the war in Gaza. It's the beginning of the end.
Despite hopes to the contrary, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Sinwar's death does not mean the end of the war in Gaza. And many Palestinians view him as a martyr and a figure of resistance. He was one of the main people behind the October the 7th attacks and had been captured by Israel before, released in a prisoner swap in 2011. A former Shin Bet official who interrogated Yahya Sinwar for 180 hours in an Israeli prison said the Hamas leader was ruthless and evil.
I can say that he was the cruel man that I ever met, in my life. He killed at least 12 people, at the Gaza Strip, all of them. He suspect that they cooperated with the Israeli intelligence, so he killed them with machete of butcher. That's the reason that the Palestinian in Gaza Strip called him the butcher from Khan Yunis.
Meanwhile, the UN agency which assists Palestinians in Gaza has condemned Israel's airstrike on a school housing refugees in Jabalia in the north of the territory. At least 28 people were killed in an area populated by women and children seeking shelter. The Israeli military said in a statement the strike targeted militants from Hamas and Islamic Jihad groups who operated from within the Abu Hussein school. Footage from the school-turned-shelter in Jabalia shows blood on the floor and fires among the tents. Israel's military began a ground offensive in the area 2 weeks ago. UN officials say there are tens of thousands of Palestinians who are stuck in Jabalia in increasingly desperate conditions with food running out. Liam Payne's former One Direction bandmates say they are completely devastated by the passing of their fellow band member. In a statement signed by Louis Tomlinson, Zayn Malik, Niall Horan and Harry Styles, they said, "We're completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing. In time and when everyone is able to, there will be more to say." Harry Styles shared a photo of Liam on Instagram saying that he lived wide open with his heart on his sleeve. Earlier, Payne's family said they were heartbroken as they paid tribute to a kind, funny and brave soul after his death aged 31. The pop star, who found fame on The X Factor in 2010, died after falling from the 3rd floor of a hotel in Argentina. The United States has charged a former Indian intelligence officer for allegedly directing a foiled plot to assassinate an American citizen who advocates for Khalistan, an independent Sikh state carved out of India. The US Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York said that it had registered murder for hire and money laundering charges against Vikash Yadav for trying to kill Gurpwant Singh Pannan. The indictment of Yadav for the first time implicates the Indian government directly in the attempted assassination of a dissident. The local governor in Turkey's central province of Aksaray says 6 people have been killed and 25 injured in a bus crash. Video showed the bus with a smashed windshield on its side on the side of a road, with bodies covered in blankets on the ground nearby. It is unclear what caused the accident on the Aksaray-Ankara motorway. The bus was taking passengers from the western province of Balıkesir to the Cappadocia region, a popular tourist destination in central Turkey. And Hunter's moon has appeared in the sky for stargazers all around the world. The supermoon appears bigger than normal, but remains as close or as far from Earth as ever. There have already been 2 supermoons this year, August's blue moon and September's harvest moon. This Hunter's moon will be the 3rd of 4 in the year and will be the brightest. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.